Ranking all of the movies released in 2024, worst to best, no spoilers. Uglies. Yep, the idea of you. Long legs. Oh my god, you had such a creative new concept. I really thought we were going somewhere with this. No. You really had something and then you just dropped the ball. I'm really disappointed. It had a lot of potential. Like, it just needed more. Upgraded. You know what, for the genre, which is just not my preference, I'm not the demographic for these. For the genre, Upgraded was quite fine. I would suggest it to people who like the genre. Time cut. So a lot of people are saying it's a ripoff of Totally Killer. I am biased because I worked crew on Time Cut, but it was filmed years before Totally Killer, okay? They just happen to have a similar concept. I'll be the first to say it's not like a, you know, exciting thriller. It's very anticlimactic if you go into it expecting that, but I thought it'd be a lot cheesier with how much hate it was getting, even though I worked on it. They reshot and re-edited some stuff, so I didn't fully know. But I thought it'd be terrible. And I watched it and I was completely content. It was a fine movie. It was a bit boring, like anticlimactic, but it was totally fine. You're just maybe not the demographic. It could have been gorier, but it was for the teen audience. Maxxxine. Oh my goodness. The first two had a little something. This just lacked everything. Absolutely no backstory for any of the characters. We saw Halsey for a millisecond. They're gonna add something more. We're gonna see their backstory. Nothing. Y'all really did nothing with any other character. The plot twist was alright, and then we also did nothing with the end. Joker 2 for you. Look, if it had not been a sequel and the first movie wasn't what it was and established that demographic, it might have been fine as a one-off, but you have already established the demographic. I don't know why they did that. They really set themselves up for failure. Bonkers. I can't believe they did that. It could have even done well. They could have done 3-4 songs, but they just did too many and it wasn't saying anything. The first one had really heavy hitting topics like socioeconomic status, mental health, and this just, I'm not a musical girly and I still would have accepted it being a musical if it was just done better as a standalone. I'm sorry, but this was really skippable. Nothing lights a candle to Heath Ledger's Joker. Monkey Man. I spent that first half hour in the theater just like lit with excitement. This was it. I was grateful that I got to experience this amazing cinema, because it was visually stunning and I felt like palpable excitement. And then, okay, I don't know why I need to keep repeating myself. I don't want to be a broken record, but good storytelling, good writing has arcs. Here is conflict, this pull and release. We need to, and if we're just on the edge of our seat the entire time, your adrenaline, you get what, like adrenal fatigue? You can't just be on edge that entire time. You need that release, and that's what makes it a hook, an engaging, enticing story that you want to continue consuming. This wasn't even so overstimulating like Beau is Afraid was, because that was really anxiety inducing, but at least it had some pull and release, like the ebb and flow of the ocean. Monkey Man was just go, fight, go, 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 car crash. And like, oh my god, I was exhausted by the end. I wanted so much more from that movie. I wanted Dev Patel to do it all. I was so rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
I was depleted by the end of watching that. I like action, and that was just non-stop. My god. Conclave. It's a lot more about politics than religion, if that's something that would be putting you off from watching it. It was quite good, but quite slow. Chess pieces being played with. So it was fine though. Not crazy good, but The Substance.
You were good. I'm waiting for you to be great.
It started off visually stunning, really great movie, and it just got funky by the last half hour, and I like what it's saying, but I don't know, without being as like packing a punch with the moral of the story. You thought you ate type of thing, and you almost did, but I'm still a little hungry after. If you know what I mean. It's what's inside. Surprisingly well done. I thought I'd hate it, but yeah, I enjoyed the little surprise. Challengers, again, you were good. I wanted you to be great. And I think I'm in the minority here because everyone was obsessed with it. The thing is, you know, in good writing, I like that it's realistic. It's not black or white. Like, people aren't all good or all bad. So everybody is a raw, flawed human being. I love that. But I was just left like, yeah, that was a good movie. Not like, oh my god, that was so good. Don't hate me. I just thought it was a good movie. Blink twice. A lot of people were saying that it was really triggering, and while it is very violent and graphic, and so TW on sexual violence, but maybe it's because it was directed by a woman. I felt like it was very elegant, very tastefully done, the right amount of understanding what violent, horrific acts are happening without showing us. You can just allude to it, and that is brilliant. I thought it was really perfect. I loved the plot twist, the rabbit. I don't want to spoil it. The very, very ending, last 2 minutes. So although I can suspend my disbelief, it needs to be rooted in logic. How do I say this without spoiling it? I don't think with what they're using, it would have done that to him in order for him to decide to make her that. It just lost me there. But other than that, very, very well done. Dune Part 2. Don't eat me up. It was a little bit boring. And I say that understanding that it's like the best sci-fi movie of all time. It's incredibly done. Gorgeous. But, yeah, it's a little bit boring. Well, that might make you think, well, now I don't trust this host critiques. But we're allowed to have different opinions, okay? It might seem confusing that I have a movie that I say is really well done, and then right after, above it in ranking, I say this one was fine. And that's because I understand people who are the demographic and would like this genre. I can acknowledge how well done it is without personally having enjoyed myself that much while watching. Like with Dune 2. Demon Slayer. Sub, not dub, obviously. Sorry, it's just not the same. If you call that elitist, then I don't know. Learn how to read faster. Wicked. So again, I'm not a musical girly, but I have worked on a musical before, Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies, and I work in film. I have a deep understanding of how much work and talent that shit takes. The set design, costume design, the choreography, singing. That is an incredible piece of art. Gorgeous, and it has beautiful message about, you know, anti-racism and fighting for your beliefs in community. I really honestly wasn't gonna watch it because I knew I wasn't the demographic for it. I really didn't think I would like it, and while it's maybe not the most amazing movie, everything else I stated, like how stunning and how much talent it took to make that, I can really appreciate that. It was really gorgeous. Dare I say, better than Barbie. And finally, at the top of my 2024 list, Gladiator 2. I was biased because I loved that first one. I had a lot of expectations going in, as in positive and then negative, because everybody just shit on this movie. And everybody who said it was terrible, you're wrong. Art is subjective, and somehow you are so wrong that it pisses me off. I cannot fathom, I can't believe how incorrect you are. Subjective, I know, but still, how can you possibly? It perfectly integrated the last story and a new story all on its own. It was really well done. The only critique I have of it is the really cheesy, what is it supposed to be, like a prehistoric CGI monkey? No, they should have really just cut that. But I guess I can see the vision, and some of the accents were shoddy, but it was so perfectly satisfying. It wasn't like incredible like the first one, but it was really, I was entirely content when I finished it. And I'm so disappointed at anybody who would say that that's a really bad movie. Thank you for watching. I can expand on any of these a little bit more if you want. And my next video will be on my 2024 shows.